Who are the top 10 greatest heavyweight boxers in history? This is the SBE updates. In today's day and age, the boxing world has some fantastic competitors across multiple weight classes. However, it is and has always been the heavyweights that have drawn the most attention and money towards the sports over the years. Here are the top 10 greatest heavyweight boxers in history, ranked by SBE. At number 10, Evander Holyfield, with a record of 44 wins, 10 losses, and 2 draws. Evander Holyfield goes down as one man who made boxing history, but it's not for the actions of his own in the ring despite being undisputed champion. Holyfield boasts victories over names like George Foreman and even Mike Tyson. One of his victories becoming one of the most infamous boxing moments as Iron Mike beat his ear, taking a chunk out of it in the process. A run of defeats went past his peak, harmed his chances at ranking higher on the list, with Holyfield scoring 29 knockouts, finishing with a record of 44 wins, 10 losses, and 2 draws. Number 9, Mike Tyson, with a record of 50 wins and 7 losses. Iron Mike Tyson takes home a record of 50 wins, with 44 of those coming via knockout. The 50-year-old found himself going down in the fight recently in a situation where he was not so center of attention. Both fighters were a subject of conversation for his meeting with Jack Paul. However, I cannot forget just how good Mike Tyson was back in his prime, and you must not let the shambles that was the Jack Paul fight cast a shadow over his iconic and legendary career. Number 8, George Frazier, with a record of 32 wins, 4 losses, and 1 draw. The year 1971 saw George Frazier compete in what many labeled as the fight of the century when he met Muhammad Ali, until he met George Foreman in Jamaica. Frazier had been on an unprecedented streak of 29 fights where he claimed victory, but results soon began to drop following the defeat. Boasting an impressive record of wins, the heavyweight only won 3 of his final 7 fights, losing 3 and drawing his final meet with Floyd Cummings. Number 7, Lennox Lewis, with a record of 41 wins, 2 losses, and 1 draw. Lennox Lewis was an outstanding combination of a man who could be agile and light on his feet while standing 6 feet and 5 inches tall. Lewis won gold at the 1988 Olympics and boasted an impressive statistic of beating every man he had ever faced in the ring, including Mike Tyson and Evander Holyfield. The 50-year-old has defied from some of the breadths of his name, and as he has never been swayed by the temptation to return one last dance, the way some of the breadths from his era have. Before Alexander Holmes achieved it earlier this year by beating Tyson Fury, Lewis was with the last undisputed heavyweight champion of the boxing division, which happened way back in 1999. George Foreman, with a record of 76 wins and 5 losses. George Foreman has managed to be the face of more than just boxing, being a marketing face of the Foreman Grill. However, he was part of one boxing's most legendary fights, known as the Rumble in the Jungle. After 10-year hiatus from the sport, he returned with an outstanding accomplishment of 24 straight victories, 22 of which came to knockout. Sadly, however, his career ended in defeat when he lost to Shannon Briggs in 1997. Number 5, Larry Holmes, with a boxing record of 69 wins and 6 losses. Larry Holmes may have felt some pressure on his shoulders with the expectation placed on him to emerge in the world of boxing. Holmes was once a training partner of Muhammad Ali, and his sparring sessions must have come in handy as his skill gets him on his list too. His crowning achievement comes through his 19 consecutive title-fight victories over 7 years. Just like Foreman, he has also built up an incredible unbeaten run, leading into his fight with Mike Spinks in a record of 48-0. However, what followed was 3 straight defeats, 2 of Spinks and 1 of Mike Tyson. His last fight came in 2002, which was a victory against Eric Hirsch. Number 4, Jack Johnson, with a boxing record of 54 wins, 11 losses, and 8 draws. Jack Johnson made history as a boxing first heavyweight boxing champion of color, with his 1910 fight with James C.J. Jeffries, dubbed the fight of the century. Johnson competed at the height of John Crow's boxing era, with Johnson losing his title in 1915 to Jess Willard. The era of boxing has bizarre events noted during his matches, with his final fight with Brad Simmons seeming both men buried from ever competing in Kansas again. Due to the era that he boxed in, Johnson has plenty of unofficial fights under his belt as well, but it's believed his professional record stands at 94 fights, 54 wins and 11 losses, plus 8 draws and 4 no contests. Number 3, Rocky Marciano, 49 wins and 0 losses. Rocky Marciano is the only member of this list who have gone his entire career undefeated. After defeating Joe Louis for his heavyweight championship, the only way was up for Marciano, who went to retire with a career record of 49 wins and 0 losses. Marciano won 43 of his fights via knockout and could stake a claim high on this list. Joe Louis, with a record of 66 wins and 3 losses. Joe Louis goes down in the sports history as not only one of the greatest ever heavyweights to lace up a pair of gloves, but also one of the hardest punchers to ever take up the sport. After racing to a 24-0 record, Lewis would lose his first fight in 1936, before then going on a 14-year unbeaten streak to take his record to an incredible 58-1. Defeat to Ezard Chalice was then followed by 8 consecutive wins before his final appearance in the ring took place in 1951. Number 1. Muhammad Ali, with a boxing record of 56 wins and 5 losses. Who else but this man to top this list? The words float like a butterfly, sting like a bee, ring true with so many in the world of boxing, and still do to this day. Ali not only goes down as one of the greatest to ever compete in the world of boxing, but he goes down one of the greatest sporting personalities, facing off with some of the greatest in the sports, some of whom are on this list. Was exactly how Ali made himself to be the name that would circulate for generations to come. No one likes boxing without liking Muhammad Ali. Well, that's the top 10 list of the greatest heavyweight boxers in the world, compiled by SBE. But to add on list, simply add yours in the comment section. But for more details, keep it locked on SBE. Subscribe on the YouTube channel, click on the bell, and never miss out on any future updates.